My name is Tina Hurley, the founder and executive director of Less Leg, More Heart, a charity that provides amputees with support, supplies, and services to improve quality of life.
You know, it's like waking up to a whole new life. But you never know what the day is going to bring. One of my task force partners and I, we left and went to Katrina and to do security for 2 weeks. About a month or so later, I got sick. I was just full of blood clots. And during that time in the hospital, they told my wife several times that he won't make it through the night. In the middle of all this, got a phone call one night from an attorney asking if we would take care of my two great nieces and great nephew. So we started the adoption, to adopt them. And in the middle of that, my wife decided after anyway, I went through with the adoption and I adopted them on my own. So my son-in-law called me one day and he said he went into a bow shop and he said there's this lady you've got to talk to.
I had given him a call and we talked about everything, and at first he was fine. Kids are good, that's all he'd say. And as we kind of went into it, there was a lot more underneath that fine and that smile. His whole socioeconomic situation was in a pretty critical state. Because of the way that we word things and because of the trust that we can build with people and our ability to navigate behind the smile and behind the fine that people are so quick to throw up, we were able to get him a new leg, keep his lights on, get his kids school supplies, get him a gym membership, and really just embrace him and let him recognize that it's okay to not be okay.
She saved my life, literally. I mean, I was going downhill so fast.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. You go to bed hurting, you wake up hurting, and none of it's curable. So you kind of look forward to the times when you sleep because it's the only time you don't hurt. It affects the way I interact with my kids. It affects the way I live my life. It's taken a lot of things away from me and from my family.
Living with pain disrupts your life. It disrupts your relationships because when you're in pain, it reduces your margin, your ability to respond versus react. And often when I have higher pain levels, I hear myself snapping at my children, being dysregulated, unable to respond to their needs in an effective manner. And this is really difficult for me because I want to be the best parent that I can be. I also see how it impacts my work and my ability to focus. It impacts my ability to show up as a team member in an effective way. And it quite honestly, it stops me from doing the things that I care about, like rock climbing or cycling or running. When I have higher pain levels, I'm not able to do those things. And there are often days where I struggle to be able to get out and be outside, one of the things that really feeds me.
It doesn't come from looking at myself and saying I'm not good enough. My fear is not that. At first, yes. I think I'm just very, very strong, so I can get over things very fast because a lot's happened in my life. I've had a heart attack at 38. I've had so many chances at life that I've beat it and still here. But my fear is, I have above the knee. My circulation in my good leg, only full leg I have, circulation is very poor. So there is a chance that I'm losing it. I mean, I was scared going into the first surgery to save my leg. So I was supposed to go in just to have a stent put in. But when they went in, my body instantly clotted off everything from my knee down, and there was no saving it. So it was either take it or I was going to, get septic and die. So my fear is they just told me that I have no circulation to my toes on the other side. So how do you get over the fear of knowing that I could lose the other leg? It's not somebody was going to look at me and say, hey, she don't have a leg. And, the things that people do. Because when I went on the plane for the first time, nobody looked at my face. They looked at my leg first, and I felt like saying, hey, I'm a person. I have a face. I have a story of why I don't have a leg. But their first reaction was a leg. Now I don't care. And it's only been like 5.5 months since losing it. I go out to the store. You can look at it. You can say what you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore because I know who I am. It doesn't define me. However, the fear of losing the other leg doesn't go away.
I got started with Less Leg, More Heart when Tina Hurley sent me a cold message on Instagram, just asking me to hop on a Zoom call in about a week. Within 20 minutes of that call, I think we both knew that this was gonna work out very well. And she asked me to come out to this trip out to Boston and New Hampshire for a few days to do a little bit of media and participate in an event with a prosthetic manufacturer called Levitate. On the second day that we were out there, I was filming a podcast and she ended up using that as an opportunity to set me up and gift me the very first Levitate running blade that Less Leg, More Heart gave. What's happened since then has been incredible. Within 20 minutes of this, we learned that I can absolutely teach amputees to run better than most of them had been given the opportunity to. So as a result, from a professional standpoint, I've now become somebody who works with amputees, teaching them to run. Through Less Leg, More Heart's training program, I work with 5 amputees currently, teaching them the basic skills to enable a better life for themselves. And I've been able to carve out a niche with teaching amputees that I had not yet figured out before. Since then, I've been able to impact hundreds of amputees' lives through the instruction that I've been empowered to give from that one single experience provided by Less Leg. So not only that, but that one single opportunity has led to giving me the opportunity to build both the confidence and the ability to leave my day job to focus on this endeavor of helping the amputee community that never would have happened had Less Leg, More Heart not stepped in it. So what has Less Leg, More Heart done for me? It's empowered me to give my best self to the world.
My name is Lasse Madsen and I'm the CEO and founder of the company called Levitate. In Levitate, we make affordable prosthetics for individuals living with limb loss. And today we are here at the D1 training facility in Burlington in Boston. And we've had around 50 people coming out to our event and try blades for the first time in their lives. And it's been amazing to see, how many people that came here and hadn't been running for maybe 30 years. We had a guy coming here saying, I haven't been running for 30 years. I didn't think this was something for me, but he put the blade on and he just took off. So super cool to see that people trying it out for the first time, figuring out if they like it, and then some of them are bringing it home today. So that's pretty amazing, yeah. My ambition was to start a company where you could basically go online, buy a running blade kit in a box, and then you could adjust the running blade to the height that you need, and then you could get going, just as every other individual that buys sports equipment. We've also partnered up with a few non-for-profit organizations, one of the great ones being Less Leg, More Heart. Tina Hurley reached out to me and we've had a lot of great conversations. What they are doing is absolutely amazing. I kind of describe them as more like a 360-degree non-for-profit. They help individuals not only to get equipment, but actually a 360-degree care package of, how should we actually be treating people that are coming out of recent amputations and taking care of different things all around. So it's an amazing organization, and this is one of our valued partners that we're working with, and I'm super happy to meet Tina in person today. It's just amazing, and also to just see you guys coming out and setting up a booth and all of that is really amazing.
like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who was involved in this project. It has meant so much to me and changed my life in such a great way. From all the volunteers to the donors to the subcontractors, everybody, just the overwhelming support is just out of this world.
I am a Navy veteran, where I was a Fleet Marine Corpsman, and I worked with members of the Navy and/or Marine Corps to take care of the medical needs of those service members. I'm a bilateral below-the-knee amputee. One of them was a military-related, and the second one was a doctor did not meet a standard of care, ended up developing a real serious infection, which ended up taking the leg in the long run.
Okay.
I also have a partial hand amputee of my left arm, using basically from my elbow down is not usable. I spent numerous weeks in the hospital and lost my ability to walk, which I am getting back slowly. And then on top of that, I am a dialysis patient for stage 5 plus kidney failure, where my kidneys don't function in any capacity whatsoever, require me to be in dialysis for up to 6-hour sessions for 3 times a week. We lived in an apartment building in South Manchester, and one night we heard some weird sounds, and we heard basically a loud bang and then an explosion. Next thing we know, everyone's saying, "Get out of the building." We got the unit above us was on fire, and as a result, the trickle-down effect got to ours. And Manchester Fire was on scene within 3 minutes, but by that time, the damage was done. While we were in that fire, in basically less than 5 minutes, we lost everything in our living room, kitchen, dining room, anything in that area of the house. It was just total devastation. And the fire department, they did what they could to save the building. I have nothing but praise for the Manchester Fire Department. Those guys went in without hesitation. They put the, matter of 3 to 5 minutes, the fire is out. We've been in the hotel since June 20th of last year. I've talked with a couple different agencies. Everyone says they want to help, but a lot of them don't, or they don't have the resources to help. We looked at a lot of apartments, 2nd and 3rd floor. I'm in a wheelchair. How do I get up to the 2nd and 3rd floor? And then we found we were trying to stay out of the bigger complexes. And we looked at a couple, and we finally said, we're going to get into one of these. We went, looked at them, and the rental market is so ridiculous right now in the retirement community. And we looked at a couple other communities, 55 pluses, and they weren't available, or didn't meet payment standards, or there was some reason why it was just holding us back. And being here, it's definitely taken a toll. I'm trying to get kidney transplant listed, and they're saying right now, no, because you don't have a stable house.
Thanks to the camaraderie of the community, to the generosity of these philanthropic companies, and to the hearts of the beautiful people on the streets with eyes and ears out to look for folks that are in need. Our organization cannot thank you enough for your investment in our organization, for following our story, for contributing to our mission, and for helping us continue to improve the quality of life of the amputees that come across our path that are in desperate need of our love. So thank you, and God bless.